Hello, I'm Dr. Marin Bozic. Welcome to Understanding Data and Markets. This is the second video that introduces UDM. In the first video, you have verified your account, you have logged into the website for the first time, you have connected to our UDM direct data feeds. In this video, I will take you through the admin panel. We are working with the assumption that you can log into the website. This is what we've seen in the previous video. But now you have the administrative rights over your account. In particular, you will see under this human icon a new option, Admin Panel. Click on it. There are three things that you can manage using the Admin Panel. Let's start with the most useful one, at least early on. User management. In this example, my account, Marin Bozic at dairymarkets.com, is the administrator for the company called Milkadi, a company that I just invented for this purpose, of course. And let's say that I want to add another team member to the user account. Let's say that I want to grant them the access to the website and UDM Direct. What I will do is I will click on the plus button here, and then I will create their credentials. In my example, the person will be called John Krohn, with the address johnkrohn1776@gmail.com. The password field will be removed in a next version that will be deployed soon. This is a legacy field. We are now switching to all users creating their own passwords, but for now, just enter some text. Create, and you can see that John is now added to your account. Notice the crown icon. Crown icon is green for your account, but it's gray for John's account. The reason that is the case is because you have the administrative rights. John is just a regular member on your account at this point. So John does not have the privileges to add new users or to do other settings that we will do here. If you wish to grant John administrative rights, all you need to do is click on the icon, on the crown icon. Once you put a crown on John, he becomes the king, he becomes the user administrator just like you. If you have entered a typo in his name or last name, you can click on the little pencil here and change his last name or first name. Email, if you have mistyped the email, you should probably delete this account and create a new one. It will not work because email is a critical field for credentials. If you had an employee as part of your company and that employee left the company and you do not wish that they still have access to your account, you should use the garbage can to delete this account from having access to UDM. Just click delete and John is gone. Okay, the next thing that you can manage using the admin panel is the access to tables. So what are tables? Tables are the data feeds that we access through UDM Direct in Excel. In the previous video, we have seen that you could access the data using https udmdirect.dairymarkets.com/universal. However, in some applications, for some analysis, you may wish to have access to tables that we cannot release to everyone. For example, we now have over a dozen proprietary tables that require third-party subscription. Rice Dairy LLC, the most recent edition, they publish forecasts every month. Those forecasts are available through UDM, but they're only available to Rice Dairy subscribers. Same for Blimling, FC Stone, Mike McCulley, Global Dairy Trade, Global Trade Atlas, etc. We have a number of such third-party sources that you cannot access unless you have a subscription with the publisher directly, and then we just serve as your data manager. If you wish to access one of these proprietary tables, what you need to do is you just need to basically click on request access. Access has been requested. and our UDM administrators have now received your request, and once they confirm with you, either over email, by phone call, or contacting the publisher directly, that you have all the rights to access this table, they will approve your access, and that table will appear on the list of tables that you can access through Excel. How do you access those tables through Excel? You actually should use your company's feed, not the universal. So if I go to get data, other sources, again, I only have to do this once, then the credentials will be cached. UDM direct, dairy markets, it's called Milk Addy. Is it K or C? Milk Addy. Again, your credentials. Click connect. And you see that we currently have no tables there because we didn't add any tables. But if we click, for example, on UDM report price list for Pecorino Romano, check mark here, back in Excel, when we click refresh, that table popped up here. So you can curate the list of tables that you see on your private feed. As well, we can add the tables that we simply cannot release to all the clients because they may not have right to access that data. So that is the point of Add Remove Tables tab. For ETL, this works very similar to what I have just shown you, but this is the segment that's designed for companies that ingest our data into their in-house database. There is a way to set up multiple reports so they can be accessed with just one API call. If you wish to know more about it, community@dairymarkets.com. This is our temporary knowledge base, and if you click on data catalog structures for ETL users, you can see the full log description of all APIs, endpoints needed to set up a very robust and very parsimonious structure that allows you to ingest hundreds of reports with just a handful of API calls. We don't need to go through all of that, but this is essentially a blueprint for replicating UDM database on your in-house system, and we now have companies that have redesigned their internal business intelligence structures around this, and they ingest hundreds of reports through fully automated setup with no human supervision in real time. For now, this is probably not something that you are going to go into right away. So user management and add remove tables will likely be the two features you will use early on.